So today I want to look at some of the realities of female fat loss and some of the things to look out for and consider, which might make the journey A, make sense to you a little bit more, and B, help you rationalize some of the things you may witness on the way. So whereas with males, they tend to be much more resilient to a calorie deficit, you can just leave them there and the body weight and the body fat comes down week on week on week. There's the odd fluctuation, but generally it's more predictable. With female weight loss and fat loss, and you've probably witnessed this yourself, the scale weight will go up, down, maintain, and generally for a lot of females you see a lot of frustration when things don't seem to be going down all the time, or they even spike back up despite you knowing that you've been in a calorie deficit, you've been adhering to everything your coach maybe has advised you. And that's why I want to sort of get into and just look at some of the things that you might witness on the way to help manage expectations and to help you rationalize what possibly is going on. So one thing we definitely have to take into account is the menstrual cycle, and this in itself can cause fluctuations in scale weight, fluctuations in feelings of fatigue, hunger, and strength. And typically speaking, the first 2 weeks are generally much easier to start a calorie deficit. The hunger seems to be much more manageable, and strength tends to be at a good level, and you tend to get some very good weeks in the gym. And that's normally as a result of a little spike up in testosterone during those first 2 weeks. Now what we can see through weeks 3 and 4 is a sensation of feeling more fatigued, certainly sensations of increased hunger, and also fluctuations up in weight. Now this isn't to say this will happen for each and every female. Some females will not experience any of this, but it's relatively termed, is usually when things occur. So you must take into account your menstrual cycle will affect scale weight and how you feel in the gym, as well as some bloating as well. Another thing that I do see quite a lot in female clients is a fixation and a reliance on losing weight. Now, losing weight, I understand the logic behind the goal. I'll lose weight, I'll look better. But one thing I really want you to take home and remember is that seeing a smaller number on a scale shouldn't be the goal. Surely the goal should be looking and feeling better. And that can happen independently of what the scale is doing. If you were to stay the same weight but drop body fat and gain muscle, you would look vastly different, and you'll probably find you feel better and more confident. So one thing I do really want to reiterate is that necessarily losing weight shouldn't be the goal. Focus on getting stronger, lifting heavier in the gym, progressively overloading your program, and adding lean muscle mass. Remember, lean muscle mass is more dense than fat, so it occupies less room. Therefore, you will lose inches, drop dress sizes, and look leaner. Yes, losing weight may sort of go hand in hand with the fat loss for your personal journey. However, you can lose body fat without losing body weight. So don't become a prisoner to a scale. It's not the most important measure. At the end of the day, do you care what you weigh if you look how you want to look? And finally, again, another observation I tend to make is typically women tend to be more inclined to go for very, very low calorie diets, and they'll cut everything out. They'll try and eat 1200 calories because I don't know why, but that seems to be MyFitnessPal's favorite calorie number for females. No science behind it, it's just a number plucked from the sky. What we might find, and I want to be careful how I word this, is that we might find that increasing the calorie intake, maybe up to sort of 14, 15, 1600 calories, may actually improve your body composition and how you look and give you fat loss for a number of reasons. Typically, if you're not losing weight on sort of 1200 calories, again, we're assuming a certain weight here, chances are you're not eating 1200 calories. There's always that meme that says, I'm eating 1000 calories and not losing weight, says the person who's not having 1000 calories. And I understand people don't like the finger pointing at them, but the chances are you're not eating that few calories if you're not losing weight. Again, depending on the body weight of the person we're talking about. But what also tends to happen is by eating slightly higher calorie intakes, you're adhering to that number consistently. So it's actually creating a sustained larger calorie deficit than trying to aim for 1200, ending up on 2000 calories. So what you actually find out is that over time, the calorie deficit is maintained more consistently. What we also find is within that extra calorie intake, we can get more protein in, and your training massively improves, and your body composition, your muscle mass to your fat mass improves, because you are in a deficit, the fat mass is coming down, but the training quality is better with more adequate protein intake, meaning you gain muscle mass and your body shape changes for the better. So a bit of a long video today, guys, but I just think it's important sometimes to set expectations and educate you on possibly what is going on in your fat loss phase. If you've got any questions, guys, drop them in the comments below or message me directly. I will be happy to help, and I will see you tomorrow.